Hi, everyone. I'm Katie, and welcome to week 2 of your home practice. We'll start today seated. This could be on a chair, on your bed, or on a block like me. I'm sitting on the medium height in between my ankles, anywhere that's comfortable and allows you to have a nice tall spine. Once you're in your seat, you can close your eyes, place your hands somewhere on your body, and begin to settle in. We start with an observation of the breath, not forcing or changing, just noticing and allowing. In your imagination, draw a line between your left hip and your right shoulder. And as you inhale, let that line get a little bit longer. The right shoulder falls over to the right a little bit more. The left hip sinks down to the left a little bit more. And then you imagine a line from right hip to left shoulder. Breathe in, the line grows. Breathe out, everything settles. The left shoulder slides a little further to the left. The right hip sinks down into the right. Pinpoint that spot where your two lines cross and stack your palms one on top of the other right there. Use the sensation of your palms on your body to drop out of the thinking mind and down into the feeling body. Inhale slowly. I've arrived. Exhale completely. I am home. Inhale. I've arrived. Exhale. I am home. Inhale. I've arrived. And exhale, I am home. Release your hands down to your lap. Box breath. We will hold each section for 4 counts. So it'll be a 4 count inhale, 4 count hold, 4 count exhale, 4 count hold, and then we'll repeat. So in your tall seat with your eyes closed, we take a normal breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale 4. Hold empty for 4. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 4. And hold for 4. Inhale, last round on your own. When you finish your last round, release the control of the breath and pause for a moment. Next, we'll do 1 minute of Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati is the short, sharp exhalation out of the nose paired with the pumping in and up of the belly. So the way that we do this practice is we breathe in normally, we breathe out normally, we take in about half a sip of air, and then we begin to pump like this. For today, I will offer the variation with your arms up. So you can take your arms up in a V, and make little cups with your hands. So with the arms up and wide, little cups with your hands, we'll begin. Remember, you can always take a break and just do your best. So normal breath in to prepare. Full breath out. Half breath in and begin to pump. We're just about halfway there. Keep going. Keep your arms straight and tight. Remember, tight muscles are light muscles. You can do this. Go towards the discomfort, not away from it. Inhale, hook the thumbs, reach up, take 3 sips of air. Stay really full, chin comes down to your chest, navel comes in and up. Slowly release the hands down and let the breath go. Take a moment to notice. Notice how you feel after just 2 breath practices. Beautiful. We'll make our way to tabletop to take cat-cow. So if you were sitting on a block, you can scoot them out of the way. And then for tabletop, we stack our shoulders above our wrists and our hips above our knees, and then press down firmly through all 10 fingers and through the tops of your feet. So you have this really nice, strong foundation. Inhale, arch the spine, look up. Exhale, round the spine, gaze at your navel. Inhale as you arch, traction your hands back, pulling your chest forward. And exhale to press the floor away. 3 more just like this, moving with your own breath. I always like to have my eyes closed for this part. And then you might start to color outside the lines, make it a little bit less linear. I like to take these little barrel rolls. It's nice to try bending your elbows as you arch your spine and just noticing what that does. As I do these barrel rolls, I like to imagine that I'm scraping the sides of a bowl of cookie dough with my spine. You can reverse direction, go the other way if you haven't. Your neck be involved. Using your spine in its totality. We'll come back to stillness in the tabletop position and spin our wrists. So either you'll spin your wrists so that your fingers face side to side, or you can spin them all the way back so that fingers face knees. You can also always do this one wrist at a time. From here, you might just stay, or you might start to rock your hips back and forth a little bit, adding in a little more to that stretch within the wrists. And you might start to take your shoulders in a circle, moving around your wrists that way. And if you're doing circles or if you're doing one wrist at a time, now's a good time to swap sides. And then we'll release the hands, let them come forward, walk your hands back, tuck your toes, and sit on your heels. So I like to take my fingers and untuck my pinky toe. It gets a little stuck. And then you decide how far back you want to be. So you could be back here sitting fully on your heels. You could also take some of the weight and let it be in your hands and come forward like this. So you decide what's best for you today. We'll just stay here for 3 slow breaths, stretching and airing out our feet. Taking refuge in the breath when things get uncomfortable. Good. And then slowly release. You can walk yourself forward, untuck the toes for a moment. Maybe give a little tippy tap to the tops of the feet. And then we'll walk the hands about a palm print further in front of you. Tuck the toes once more and press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So your feet are at least hips width distance. Your head is heavy. Your neck falls where it might. Just let it be natural. And then we'll start to bend alternate knee, pedaling out the backs of the legs. I love to imagine that my legs are lungs. And when I stretch and open them up in this way, it's like they're taking in this really nice deep breath. And I'm pressing down through my hands to push the floor away as my chest sends back further towards my thighs. And then once you've pedaled a little bit, we'll soften into stillness for 5 slow breaths. There's nothing to do here but to be. So resist the urge to refine or to fidget. And just a little bit longer, press down through thumb and index finger and spiral the shoulders away from your face. Next breath in, pull forward to plank. And breath out, straight back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. One more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Lift your right leg up and keep your hips high as you shift your weight forward to step your right foot outside of the right hand. Once you get there, you might choose to use blocks. If you don't have blocks, you could use really anything else that you have that's sort of this shape. It could be books, a shoebox, whatever you have to lift the floor a little closer to you. You can, of course, always do this with your hands down, so it's up to you. When you get there, you'll take a nice little wiggle wobble side to side. And working in the hips. And then the left hand is kind of come a little closer, so it's in this midline of the body. And right arm comes up. So spine is on a spit from crown to tail. And then we rotate around the spit. Top hand cradles the back of your head. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap elbow to elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. So let your inhalations be really expansive. And then the exhalations are compressive. Last one. Tap. And then both hands come down inside your foot. This is another great opportunity for blocks. We're going to press down through the right heel, lift the right toes, and then send the hips back. So you're in kind of a runner's lunge. We'll pause here for a moment, noticing what the hamstring feels like, noticing what's going on with your hip. So for me, I need to press down through my left shin to bring my left hip more in line. And then I pull my right hip crease back. Breathe in, rebend the knee, pull your chest forward and up. And breathe out, sink the hips back. And you go back and forth with your own breath. Remembering about your back leg, pressing down through the top of your back foot. And really letting your chest come forward when you rebend the front knee. And next time you come forward, we'll sweep the right leg back in line with the left. If you have blocks, you can scoot them out of the way. And we'll come back to downward facing dog. Next breath in, the left leg lifts. And then keep your hips high as you shift the weight forward to step left foot outside of left hand. Drop your right knee, your back knee down. Decide again if you'd like blocks or something under your hands. And then start to play with the wiggle wobble, shifting from side to side. Just kind of getting in there. And then we'll bring our right hand in slightly so it's in line with the center spit of your body. Left arm reaches up. Spine is on a spit, crown to tail, we spin around it. Left hand cradles the back of your head. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap, elbow to elbow. Inhale is expansive, and the exhale is compressive. And last one, you can release the hands down. Decide how you feel about blocks under the hands for the hamstring stretch. So dig your left heel in, lift your left toes up, and then we draw the hips back. Little pressure and awareness in that back right shin and right foot to bring the right hip back in line. Pull your left hip crease back. And then inhale, pull the chest forward and through your shoulders. Exhale, hips back. And you move with your breath. Your breath will tell you exactly how fast to go. And you use it as this metronome and this cadence for your practice and for your life. Good. And then we'll step the left foot back in line, move the blocks out of the way, and we'll make our way onto our bellies for some cobras. So to set up, we'll be lying down on our bellies. Hands will come back underneath your shoulders. So tops of fingers are in line with tops of shoulders. Both feet press down to the tops of your feet, even the pinky toe side and the big toe side, so the whole top of the foot. We'll start with 3 rounds of baby cobras, lifting and lowering. So inhale, lift by contracting the muscles of the back, pulling your chest forward and through, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. This time stay, traction your hands down and back to pull your chest forward and through. Maybe you get a little more height. Tops of feet are still pressing down. Maybe you get a little more height. Keep pulling your chest through. Hands are drawing energetically back. And then release. Good puppy pose. You can push up off your hands and we'll stack knees underneath your hips. And then from there, we walk the hands forward. So we walk the hands forward and your forehead comes down to the mat. If it doesn't quite reach today, you can use a block or anything that you have. So it could be a pillow, a blanket, a dish towel, whatever, but anything to bring something in contact with your forehead if it's not the mat. And we'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Eventually, you might bring your chin down to the mat. And what I like to do is grab hold of the end of my mat. I find it gives me a little more, stability, traction. So it's something you could try. And we'll just stay for 2 more breaths. And we'll slowly release, walking our hands back and maybe just sinking into a little ball of a child's pose for a moment. Maybe hands coming around your body, letting everything round and droop for a moment. And then either you'll make your way back to sit, maybe comfortably on blocks, or you could come to lie down on your back. Together, we'll take 3 audible sighs, and then we'll settle in to 1 minute of stillness and silence. So settle yourself, whether it's on your back or seated. Sit tall and sit well. Close your eyes, place your hands somewhere on your body. We'll take 3 audible sighs. Inhale through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. In through the nose and sigh. Last one. And then you stay for 1 minute. Breathe in. Slowly wiggle your fingers, maybe your toes, and then blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.